Hi, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Stephanie. I am a classically trained pastry chef and the owner of a boutique bakery in New Jersey. Today I am going to demonstrate how to make our apple crumble caramel pie. This pie is baked in a sweet dough, it's loaded with apples, and the star of the show is the crumble. So let's get started on the pie. I've already cored and peeled 2 pounds of apples. So I'm just going to start by chopping these into slices about 1/4 of an inch. Now I want to start with macerating these apples for about an hour. And the reason I'm doing this is just start to remove some of the extra juices. So the first thing is 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. This is just to help prevent the apples from browning while they're macerating. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and toss the apples so that they're completely coated in the sugar. And I'm going to set these aside for about an hour, let them macerate. What it's going to do is draw out some of the juices. They're still going to have very juicy apples. I just want to get some of the moisture out so it doesn't cause the bottom of my pie to be soggy. So while these are macerating, I'm going to start on my crumble topping. And what I'm going to add into here is 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal. This is quick cooking oatmeal. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I have 4 ounces or 1 stick of butter that's been softened and brought to room temperature. Now, working with my hands, I'm going to start combining these ingredients. What I'm doing is I'm just picking them up and mixing the butter into it. You can also do this with the pastry cutter. I prefer to use my hands so I can feel it better. Or, if you prefer, you can do it with a stand mixer fitted with the paddle attachment. So again, I'm just squeezing the butter into the other ingredients. And I like a lot of crumble on the top of my pies. So once I no longer have any large chunks of butter, I'm finished. So again, I'll set this aside. We'll come back in about an hour after the apples have finished macerating. Welcome back. It's been an hour. The apples have been macerating for about an hour, and as you can see, I have a lot of juice in there, which is what I wanted to get rid of so it doesn't destroy the bottom crust of my pie. So I'm going to drain these, and I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. So sprinkle it over here, and then just toss so my apples are all coated. So now it's time to start assembling our pie. What I have is a 9-inch pie pan that has already been rolled with the pie dough. This is my sweet crust, which the link is listed below if you want the recipe for that. And in order just to protect my bottom from any extra juices, I'm washing it with an egg wash. This is just a whipped up egg. And then I'm also going to do that on the crust just to help prevent it from burning. So now I can start assembling my apples. And I'm just going to put in about half of my apples, press those into the bottom. And now it's time to add the caramel. This is homemade caramel sauce. You can again go to my website, get the recipe for this. The link will be listed below. Or you can use store-bought caramel sauce. This is about 1/3 of the cup that I'm going to be putting in here. So now I'll add my second layer of apples. I'm pressing those down just to prevent gaps. Now I'll put the rest of my 1/3 of a cup of caramel sauce in here. We want it nice and sweet. That's why I didn't add any extra sugar in here, because you get a lot of sweetness from the dough and also from the crumb topping. So now it's time to put my crumb topping on top. And we're just going to pile it on the top and just lightly press it down. And a lot of that crumble on here. And it can get a little bit messy. Don't worry about that. So as you can see, we have a nice high pie. I haven't turned on my oven yet. Reason being is because I want to put this pie back into the refrigerator and get the crust cool again. So I'm going to heat up my oven to 350 degrees. And when I get the pie back out of the refrigerator, I am going to bake it on a pie drip catcher. It's going to bake for a total of about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to check it after about 25 minutes, make sure that this crust isn't burning. If it is, I'll put a pie shield on top just to help prevent that. If you don't have a pie shield, you can just loosely wrap the crust in a piece of foil with the hole cut out of the middle. So we'll come back when this is finished and take a look at it. Welcome back. My pie has been out of the oven for over 2 hours. I've cut a slice out. As you can see, we have a lot of crumble on top, a lot of caramel on the inside. And I wanted to point out one more thing with this recipe. I often, what I'll do is, if I don't have any pie dough, is I'll just chop up the apples a little bit smaller, put them in individual ramekins, put the crumble on top, throw this in the oven for 15-20 minutes, and you have very quick dessert to make. So thank you for joining me today. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can keep apprised of any future videos. Have a great day.